T minus 30 seconds. T minus 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
I shad. You can find him on the ground or the wall. I shad. He can be short or tall. I can walk, I can jump, I can skip down the street, but I know that he'll stay at the end of my feet. Sunny, dark, or cloudy day, my shadow's always there to slay.
Good evening, everybody.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey now.
Pippa and QWERTY, and welcome to tonight's My Shadow episode
Welcome,
20.
everyone.
It's Act 3, Part 2, and we'll be discussing a booze cruise. Cuppa.
Welcome to the My Shadow stream. As always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and donate. The preferred way of donating used to be vodka, but now it's through Streamlamps. And also come and visit us in our Discord. We're going to tell you how to get there and a lot more about it. But what a week as usual. This would be continuation. There's a lot of clips from last week we didn't get to play. There's a lot of clips from this week we have to play for you all. We wanted to embellish more on what is Act 3. I didn't think an hour was enough last week. Quickly, you want to go over what the acts are? Once again, they're really just the introduction when he goes, I got so many dubs. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, then, he's happy, and then he starts
and then Act 2 is where he plays the clips, and Act 3 is what we're going to focus on once again tonight, where you don't know what you're going to get. Let's put it that way. So, are we going to still do this bit where we talk about who's been wrenched, because it's, I don't know, I feel like it's sort of madness, and what does it mean anymore? Has there been any developments? I'll put it that way.
I donated the other night, didn't get a wrench. That's okay. I don't ask for it anymore at all. I didn't before, but anyway, I did request that they give it to somebody, but then I did know, but I guess I forgot that.
Now you can do that. Also, you can give a wrench to someone else.
I can request it, and if they do, it's a courtesy, I think.
Understood.
They've extended, and right. So I wanted to give it to Siegel, but Siegel says some really funny stuff, and so
Okay,
he gets unwrenched too. So
okay, so have you been kicked from any Discord or banned, or is there any new news on that front?
Right now, I still have the ability to go into Unique of Discord and then leave when I'm not going to call in and stuff.
Okay, well, one of the properties of Act 3, all this banning and whatever, is both Kyle and the executive producer, you would say, can get loose during Act 3, and there can be a lot of tension, there could be a lot of bannings, a lot of friction going on. Last week, I think we played a couple clips from when I called in on, I think it's Saturday,
Mhm.
2 Saturdays ago, and I really got to talk to Des about the workings of the unique organization. We disagreed a lot. There was some tension. So we're going to play some clips this week of that we didn't get to last week. Qwerty, did you hear when I called in that Saturday? That explosive Saturday when he was going to go to bed at 9:10?
Yes, I did actually. I was in the
Oh,
drive-thru
no.
ordering Taco Bell, believe it or not.
And is that a fair description that I got a little bit contentious as it went on?
Definitely, from what I heard, definitely. She was. I don't know if she was drunk or what her deal was, but there was definitely a few jabs and a few
Yeah.
slights thrown in here and there.
Yeah, for sure. Because I just had some questions and well, maybe we can get to it now. I think it's we could start with clip 8.
Clip number 8, sure.
Well, this is really an introduction to Act 3 once again, and this is Kyle, shall we say, finding out something. Something is revealed to him. Let's just say that his line was cut, and he is not happy about it. A lot of this stuff's been going on in Act 3.
Yeah, here we go.
Charge. It's like, what the fuck? You don't like me, move on. Meet somebody else. You can't. Cause your pussy's broken. You're gonna be a loser for the rest of your life. Ugh. Fucking asshole. Sound mess out of every device. Every device. I don't know. This fucking loser in charge of anything. I allow this nobody.
Now,
And so,
you're seeing the behind the scenes there. He's talking about his executive producer. I have a question though. Can he see when it's when the YouTube feed is stopped? It seems like he's very shocked when he looks up and realizes this.
yeah, because this is what goes on. I'm just really quick. You know what? Let me play the clip.
But what's your problem now, stupid? Probably stupid as a problem. I know she ended it. Of course she did. Ugh. She ended it, unplugged it, of course. Intensive charge. Full charge of intensive charge. It's like, what the fuck? You don't like me, move on. Meet somebody else. You can't. Cause your pussy's broken. You're gonna be a loser for the rest of your life.
All right, that's his way of working out technical difficulties. You know, Stern had technical difficulties today doing his interview with Mick Jagger, and sometimes it happens on the back end of this show, and that is 2 back-to-back clips of him not being happy finding the. Since those nights, has that happened more? Where
Oh yeah,
where the YouTube
definitely.
feed stops, and if we go to Twitch, he'll still be on it.
Yeah.
So that's still going on.
Yeah, and it's really fun that QWERTY called it getting Des connected. And he just puts Des in front of everything that it applies to. QWERTY?
Yeah,
Hilarious.
I try my best with that. Everything that starts with, I try to take the dis and turn it into des. So luckily, a lot of stuff that we deal with has des or dis in it. Yeah.
And she brings that up. You'll
you
hear
know-
in
you know,
a clip later.
I think
Go ahead.
I think Cuppa came up with Descourt to his credit, though.
Nope. No, that was all you. It was certainly not me because I was laughing about it. It was certainly not me. Nope. Some other genius, hero, knight deserves that honor. So
She has quite the opinion
Yeah,
on
but
it.
disconnected. I thought that was funny.
I can't wait.
So, as well as cutting the feed, what I brought up to him, there was two main things: was cutting the feed and her deleting his precious archives. And
Mhm.
that's when her and I sort of got into it a little bit. I think why don't we just might as well go to this call? Probably been waiting 2 weeks to hear this. What it sounds like. I don't think I've heard this since the night of, and this will be interesting to hear again. When I called in, my shadow kind of got kitchen sinked. She threw a lot at me as the representative that I don't think was fair at all. We have a whole catalog of our history from episode 1 through 20, and she accuses us in this clip, clip 1, of things that I think that we've specifically gone out of the way not to do.
All right, pay attention, QWERTY, because this is crazy.
We have clips. We play actual things.
You play clips of stuff, and
Of
then you
what?
say, well, oh, okay, Kyle drank, and he might have got a little too drunk. Oh my God, how's he a father? He didn't take care of his kids
Never. That's
all the
bullshit.
time. Are you
Yes.
kidding me?
We're fucking going into
Oh,
history.
Kyle beats Desiree. Desiree beats Kyle. Like, you guys have
Hey,
like a
Make your
off-center
Don't
thing
fucking
of
go
reality.
into dead zone.
Oh my God.
And then you have Kyle saying some shit when he's drunk
I
about
find
Susie
this
Q.
interesting.
Put it up to like, oh, Kyle wants to be with Susie Q.
Oh, bullshit once again, Des.
Really? Because you guys still say it.
Say what?
Say that Kyle wants to be with Susie Q,
What?
or that Kyle beats
So
his
where
children,
how far
or
away
Kyle hates
from
Desiree, or Desiree does this, she's a mean black woman. Of course, you guys play all that. And then you make a Discord that's not Discord, it's Discord. Like, really? And then you kick me out of the Discord when it's after me.
She renamed Discord to Discord.
Oh, that's funny.
Because it was named Discord, that meant it was hers. And so I love him. I really do. I really enjoy it.
Well, you
I
know,
really
it
do.
was QWERTY. Why do we have
Yep.
the Discord?
But
Okay,
it's-
the Discord came about because because they were getting they started banning, they started getting ban happy.
Yeah.
This has nothing to do with the current iteration of the show. This is long. I think this is long before even Cuppa and Susie started listening that I
Yeah.
created a Discord.
hmm
yes. Yep.
And by the way, all that stuff that she mentioned, you know, all that stuff is not rumor. There's literally videotape of them doing all the stuff she says she didn't do.
Well,
And
we didn't do any of the
don't
things
talk
that
about
she
it.
threw out there.
We don't talk about it.
Like there's videotape of Des throwing a can of soda at Kyle's head.
Where'd you get that? I hope that's in Act 3. Imagine Act 1. They come out like that. WWE brawling, bam, dropping elbows on each other. Okay,
Yeah.
so here's what I claim is more misinterpretation of our show, clip 2. You have that, Susie?
Yes, we do.
I went on there once, and then I heard another show. It was literally all about my life and Kyle's life. Yeah, it wasn't great. They don't.
Oh, it's reality. It's truth. It's all not,
It's not reality because you guys don't know reality. You know what,
Right.
like 2 hours of our lives, and you think it's reality.
You think it's easy? Fascinating, though. It makes for.
I think it's easy for you guys to run your mouth and not know anything.
Here we go.
Yes, I think that's easy.
Well, that's not a very good criticism. Run your mouth. We have clips. Hey, Curtis, can I ask you something? And he's just sitting there and listening. Is he enjoying it? What's going through his head?
Yeah, I think if he's quiet, he's sitting there enjoying. He's loving it.
Is
He's
that what
loving
that
every
means?
second
Yeah,
of it.
I think so.
Yeah, he's loving that. He loves when people defend him.
There's longs. No, I think he likes the manipulation of the back and forth of the, like pushing and pulling on the two different parties. A lot of time,
attention too. He loves attention.
Who doesn't?
The man is pretty.
But a lot of times, if somebody's losing or he wants to, he'll jump in on one side or the other. Then he'll pull back to kind of let it even back out so they can go at it more. In this, he kind of Saturday night, he sat back a lot. Now he had a lot of sleepy juice that night. That's one reason. But the other one was he just enjoys what he thought. I swear I did not want to fight with her in any way. I did have some questions I wasn't going to say no to or take no for an answer. If we get to, we got some other ones later, but let's go right to 3.
But you're absolutely right. I mean, there's no fighting. No one's fighting. But what
no,
just lie there and take it? Like
at some point, it's you have to have. I'm a human being.
Get called cunts and faggots and
yeah. And it's easy to type and say, "Oh, you should have done that or been funnier." Well, you call in and see how easy it is to be funny. Try it.
It's really cute when they joke around. It really is.
They write the funniest.
You want your buns? Wait, that sounds weird. You want your buns toasted?
You're cracking her up. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
I just want to start hooking her back.
Fuck yeah.
Middle
my call.
Being Jim Carrey / Jerry Lewis, all putting his ass up to Dez's face. What the hell?
That was in the middle of my precious call when the two of them decided to play the toast my buns bit. Mm-hmm. Do you want your buns toasted? He gets on all fours, ass up. They laugh for a while, but it is fun. It can be a lot of fun. That was a good fun night.
Yeah, they're
toast
very
my buns.
cute. And so I imagine that it's like that the rest of the time.
Is that
22 hours a day that we do not see them? That is exactly what they're like.
Yeah.
Even
probably so.
We've been told he stays in the room playing games all day, and so I don't. Yeah.
Well, they do have typical. They really ride or die, put it that way. But sometimes they really have an adorable relationship because they're to say that they're in sync. I mean, it's beyond that. They're really kind of like one person, Mr. and Mrs. Say.
True.
Mr. Say.
Now, clip 3 was like the good times, and sometimes there's the other end of the spectrum. There's the yang. Clip 4. He's in a little bit different temperament.
Oh, let's see here. Hold on 1 second. Oh, yes, you're right.
Kill yourself.
No, don't start that shit.
Family.
You're not going to tell us
yourself
to kill ourselves.
Family.
Oh.
Do the world a favor.
This is how you want to exit tonight? This is how you want to go out?
Hey, you're a weirdo white faggot.
Well, you really want that fucking Des cheeseburger, don't you?
But watch this how a successful black man does it.
Are you black tonight? Shit. Hard to keep up.
When are you white and successful? Never. Go to McDonald's, you fucking loser faggot. You smell like French fries.
I smell like French fries.
Please.
That's fucked up.
You smell like French fries.
We aren't familiar like that, pal. You know that.
Subscribers. You have no subs, no views. You're a white loser faggot whose whole job is to pay attention to me.
Well, I'm trying to, but you're not making
white
it
rich
easy.
Kid who's so attended paid.
Later on, both of them made fun of me for having a high school diploma. And it got racial. It was going along okay. It really was, and then got racial, and I started getting kitchen sinked. But I'm just saying, like what we're trying to describe. There's mood swings. There's often mood swings, and like I said on the last show, I was talking to him for I don't know how long, when he finally said, "Why don't you won't battle me live?" And I said, "I'm talking to you live right now." It just throws you curveballs.
Yeah. Yes. Like when
Where-
he says we're gonna stay on, and if you guys
You working
donate,
McDonald's with a French fries.
that hit me for a loop. French fry. I said, Kyle, how do you know I smell? We're not familiar like that. You have no idea how I smell at all. And I want to keep it that way. Hey, what's
you're
the
trying
last
to
time?
reason with him when he's had
Yeah, I'm
that
trying
many
to,
sips. I mean,
or slow him down or something. Well, when's the last time? I think that's the last time I called in. When's the last time either you called in?
I think I called it on Monday.
Oh, I haven't called it in months.
Oh, you gotta call in. It's
We
I
need more
haven't called it. I would
callers.
love to call in sometime and yeah, I would love to call in one time and mix it up for him, get some free promotion. I would call. I would change my name. I would call it. I would call myself My Shadow or something on there.
I think everybody but Doug from Yellowstone every 2 weeks is pretty much intimidated at this point.
Oh my God, that was awesome. Now,
Doug is a good caller.
Doug,
Yeah.
the night before, it was Friday night before he got on, and man, it was a blast. It covered everything. Doug was feeling no pain in one way or the other, and he started inviting them to lake tours and booze cruises, and Kyle was sticking with it until he got, I don't know, to a point. Then he just wasn't having it.
Yeah, I think he knows them in real life. I think.
I think he's been a long time, and asked them throughout the
Yeah.
years, can me and the wife come hang with you and the wife? And I think we played some clips last week of Des saying that. I just wasn't going to happen. But from what I understand, Doug comes on. He's very friendly. They go over the past times, and then Doug will want to meet up with him, and then he'll disappear for a week or two. Is that the normal pattern?
Yeah.
But I enjoy his calls.
He was in the chat
Yeah.
tonight. He wanted to get on, and he was, saying some stuff to Kyle, and Kyle was like, hit the Discord, and I wasn't following the chat much tonight, and so I don't know what happened, but I didn't hear him.
Doug is the perfect example of when you call in, and Doug will actually do this sometimes. Please stop yelling at me. I like you. I want to be your friend. I'm not gay for you. I'm not this or that. I just want to talk to you. And that's how it feels when you're on the other end. Why am I going through this brutal master?
Yeah, why am I staying on the phone to be called a cunt? Or I get it.
Yeah.
But no, Doug offered to pay for them to go on a lake boat booze cruise.
Right. And there was logistics of how they're going to meet up. And he said, if you can just meet me here, and I think you're about here, and I live here, and it'll be so simple. We'll just go and be on a booze cruise for, from what I understand, a night to many nights.
It was, and I think at one point he said that they could bring their dependents, and that it got really weird.
Well, yeah, it was just weird in general, just wives and other things like that. But I was called in. Actually, I wanted to talk more about that Doug call. I was so blown away from 24 hours before, but he was having no part of it. He didn't want to talk about it. It was over, and I don't know. Maybe Doug's gonna have to earn their friendship back.
You know what I enjoyed about their call was that that Doug explained to them, I'm offering to pay for you guys to come out, and we'd hang out on a boat, have some drinks. I'd be paying for the drinks because they're fans of drinking, and so he's not.
It was very kind, but it was very bizarre. So, what were they going to say? Yes. I've heard him call and say, I'm going to come now and meet you, blah, blah, blah. So I think it was a proper reaction from them. But Doug, I think, is genuine.
It was okay. I figured that they were that familiar that it'd be okay for them to
no.
completely not
No.
even an option.
But it's enjoyable because I believe that Doug has a kind heart, and they talk about old stories on the
He
beer
seems cool, like,
factory.
you know, yeah.
Hey,
But
Randy Marsh here on the live chat says he'll never forget Doug's wife confiscating his mobile phone in a brutal one-sided domestic. Wow. How'd you know? How did he hear that? How did he know that?
grapevine.
Now the time goes from 2 hours to we get to know more about their life than they think that they're telling.
Well, I don't know how Des accused of. All you do is know about our lives. Well, it's really sort of an anecdotal show besides his clips of Brian Callen and Tripoli. It's a lot of, Kyle talking about himself and his plate and his future and whatever.
Have you guys started to enjoy some of those clips he plays? I've started to enjoy the Brian Callen, Tripoli when they start talking about the conspiracy theories.
Have you? I think a large part, and this is, I'm not being, snarky here, is the volume level. When he talks versus the Callen and Tripoli specifically Tripoli. It's very hard if I'm listening on speakers or even on headphones to find somewhere in the middle. He's so low when he speaks a lot.
Yeah, he has. I've noticed that too. He is very low. I don't know what he's doing differently, but he is definitely lower than usual.
Have you seen that in the chat, CZQ? People saying that he sounds lower.
Kyle, yes.
Yeah.
Everyone says it. I tell him all the time also because it'd be nice to be able to hear him.
Yeah, I think we're beyond. In our early shows, I was fixated on the mic, whether it was real or not. I don't care anymore. Just lean forward.
I will just put the volume at its highest level, put it up to my ear to listen, and then when
Brian,
yes, that's when I toss the tablet and I've got to buy a new one, and so
it's a lot.
I want to hear every slur.
Yes, like sometimes he goes out and you can hear what the fuck is going on.
I enjoy Kumia. I just feel it's a lot of the same thing every day. Some things about that AIU I enjoy. I don't really want to be in a race war with this guy. Callen and Tripoli, I don't know. It's just there's a lot of dude broke college dorm conspiracy talk. They're just so lazy, but they do have a good. I mean, they can keep a conversation going. Let's put it that way.
Yeah,
look. They're not doing a scientific lecture. Let's put it that way. They're doing an entertainment show. They cover a lot of ground on this, and they do keep it going. Boom, 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 boom. So it keeps your attention.
Well, it'd be interesting. I mentioned in his live chat today that Brian Callen's dad's actually a full card-carrying member of the CFR. So I'd like to hear him come on and hear his thoughts about the current political situation now.
Yeah, I actually listened to an over an hour interview with his father, and I don't know. He knows some interesting stuff about it, and he certainly knows people. He talks about them in the abstract. That is Brian Callen, but I think he's playing a little bit less of it. I think our last show, when we described the precise acts of how he does the show every single night, I think for one night we got him to change. He didn't do it exactly act 1, 2, 3. He actually did much more commentary the whole time, and the clips were much more shorter. I thought it was better.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I thought,
but it was only one night.
Yeah. Yeah. I know what you're talking about. It sounded a lot better. It was a much better show. Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, he was very talkative and engaging and very, very different.
And he stayed pretty a lot more even. There's a curve to how his energy level goes and it goes down, but it was much more. And I was like, we influenced some changes now. The second night, it was right back to it.
Yeah.
Can we play another clip? This is what I call the long Des. Des goes through a lot of things here. Des being executive producer of Unique Situation. I'm pretty sure this is from my call clip number 5, which is basically her dressing down what we're doing here, which really it really is a fan show. We really do like them. And so
for the 10 people that, we all know we can count on to tune in to listen to us, we really appreciate it. She's talking to everybody about what she thinks about us.
My shadow can't even make it.
Lost his livelihood and life.
My shadow is on the same level with Cosmic, RDA, and Rex. Where the fuck are they? Who's that? Who's that?
I like Cosmic.
Yeah, who's that? Because I haven't seen nothing from him. Who's that?
Oh, you have
fucking Wendy's made it more than any of you motherfuckers.
For 2 seconds. Hey,
You're
Kyle,
pathetic.
Yes, my shadow.
You're pathetic.
7 lives.
Des, 2 seconds. Zip it.
Wendy the retard is making more moves than you bitches.
Oh, shit.
It's sad.
Yeah, you donate to her, don't you, Des?
Yes, I donate because she makes content. You guys try to copy our content. RDA is non-existent. Cosmic is in a train station somewhere.
You didn't donate $25, so.
Kyle, that's where your money's going. That's where your archives are going. Out the window.
Like your views on my shadow, out the window. There's none.
And I will get involved in this conversation.
Yeah, explain why she's deleting all your shit.
Kyle, go ahead. Say what you think.
Kyle, please.
Yeah, he didn't get involved in shit. He rolled out.
Like, he just gets up and leaves mid-conversation.
I think he was a little not happy. He was marginalized in that conversation, too, because Des was in alpha mode, and she was giving him the highs, and he was just mumbling. Blah, 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 blah.
And, I'm really glad that everybody knows what a good earner Wendy is, because as we all know, she loves those scratchers, and she's very hungry. And so she needs that money, and she's going to get it however she can. And she tries really, really hard.
I heard Stern bring her up recently, like acting like he was concerned for her. Oh, she's homeless. This was a while back.
Yeah, that's why Des donated, because I think Wendy was either living out of her car or she had
she was in transition
and
between
so
when they
Des felt bad for her. She told Kyle that on one of the streams. And so
Wendy was in transition between them when they sold their house and got a new one, and they were actually sometimes in a car. And but Howard doesn't know this for months later, and he doesn't give a shit because he's awful.
You know what? I think he figures he's giving because Des gave $100. Kyle was so pissed that she gave Wendy the retard $100.
Well, it was certainly an act of altruism. I wasn't going to give her any money because I don't know what she does with it. But I messaged her when she was in that predicament. I said, "Wendy, I feel so bad for you, and if there's anything we can do,
Yeah.
But I don't think he was happy.
Yeah, we'd love to have her on. That'd be great.
I have spent so much time trying to get Wendy on.
Yeah, I didn't spend that much time. I was texting her. She said, "Hey, come on our show." She was like, "Okay," and then nothing ever came of that. She gave me the yes. That yes bit that that yes bit.
Oh sure.
Yes.
Yes. We might as well be tomatoes, and so I gave up. She's in the Discord. I appreciate that, and so that's good.
Sometimes Kyle can take a back seat, but if you have clip number 6, sometimes he'll tell everybody what they're doing wrong. Everybody on this planet. His executive producer, anybody calls in, anybody on the other side of the world.
Here we go.
But they're all based on live shows. They're all white dudes who other white dudes are going to give them money. And that's how they live. I can't live that life. I can't live a life dependent on you giving me money. Could not do that. I'm too creative. I'm too genius. I'm too smart. They did this though. The Ralph Retort. This Ralph Retort dude does it. There's an audience. They'll pay him money. The problem is there's a cap off. There's never growth. That's why I'll never go down that route. I could go that route, but I won't because I don't want the possibility.
Did you hear it closely? Could you hear him doing something in the background while I was giving this lecture?
Yes, he was hitting something with his leg. It's
His
some
foot. He
chick
swings his
has
foot
something
in the chair.
absolutely livid.
He swings his foot in the chair and hits the back of his foot onto the chair. It goes, pap, pap, pap.
When he's full tilt, you'll hear him doing that usually.
Yes.
And so that tells us where he was.
When he's burning out of anger energy. Oh, one last clip. Do you have
So his executive producer has made him so mad that you hear that and you're like, Kyle, what is that thumping?
Could be a lot of things that do that. Sometimes it is the executive producer, but it could be a lot of things.
Oh, no, I was just go
Can
ahead.
we play one last clip? Because this, I actually did get to say one because she laid into me for about 15 minutes, and I did get one zing back. It's a couple of sends Des to do. I finally got to say one thing back.
What clip did you want me to play?
It would be Cuppa sends Des to do what she does.
Let's see here.
And it was really a culmination of just sort of the end. And to be honest, after that relief, she was a lot of fun. It's an act what they do. It really is. She started laughing and joking afterwards after sort of the end of the call. And they had a good time later that night.
What number is it?
I thought it was an unnumbered one. Cuppa sends Des. When I just say, can you go do what it is you do?
No.
Okay. Okay. Okay, well, I guess we don't have the clip. So, okay. Well, I finally got to say something. We'll have it for you next week. Let's go right into what is clip number 7. What is Kyle's winning strategy?
Oh, what makes him the $2,000 a month?
It's nothing. But it explains about Mersh will never go live with anybody.
Oh, like he's telling
Alex. Go live with me. You know how I do it too. I'm always cool when people lie with me. Then they talk shit, throw a shot, then I destroy them. Every fucking situation I've been in.
Sorry, that was battling. That's what his winning strategy is. At battling. Why did I think it was at making money? Does that make sense?
I think maybe the volume of our clips and you're getting in the mind of that 3 is getting you a little bit jumbled up.
I'm stunned because I'm like one does the other, right? I would figure that one would drive the other.
Do you think that the Act 3 is getting longer, shorter? What do you think? Like, for instance, I've been building up this NFL game. Tom Brady going back to New England. Everything about Tom Brady supposedly loves. He's a New England fan. This upcoming Sunday, do you think it's all possible for him to even make it through halftime or the third quarter or fourth quarter?
No. QWERTY? No.
I don't think so. No. I'd be surprised. We should have an over-under.
No, in general, when's he knocking off these days? About 10 o'clock or 9 o'clock? Between 9 and 10, right?
9:30 about. He'll do an hour and a half.
Yeah, that seems
when people call in, it's 2.5 hours. So
No, not average. I think he's getting on about 8 o'clock. I think he's going about an hour, quarter, hour and a half, which is 9:30. Now on the East Coast, these Sunday and Monday night games, the Sunday night game starts at what 8:45. I mean, you're just not going to get too much into the game, but this is almost like I feel it's like a pay-per-view event, and I think that it's just like the thing that we used to tune in on the weekends, but we can't even go to 10 o'clock. So I really want to watch Tom Brady versus Belichick with him doing commentary, and I just still feel like it's not going to happen.
Yeah, that'd be interesting game to watch. That'd be nice to have him commentate for sure. Kind of narrate the game. Yeah.
Is there any possibility he'll get back to, or he'll adjust the schedule where it's mobile so he can get to an event? You know, time wise. Stay up later, maybe go on earlier. I don't know.
Well, we tried donating. That I don't know. That doesn't seem to work either.
Cuppa, were you able to lock him down on how he feels about New England and the Buccaneers and who he's a fan of?
Exactly. It's just Tom Brady. I don't think he has any allegiance to New England. It's really just this, he's so in love with Tom Brady. And we will get some clips because he's going to definitely talk more about him during the season. He's going to be smashed. And some of the hyperbole description he uses of the guy, I don't know. It's like the one person in this planet that he just won't smash. The one person. I have another question. This is kind of random. What do you think the last time is he left the studio? As in his abode.
Home?
Yeah. Well, he used to do these hotel streams. Mm-hmm. He doesn't do those anymore.
Let's say Ari Shafir. Let's just take that day out, whether he left or not for that day. So that day aside, when do you think the last time is?
The other day he said he went to the store and people weren't wearing masks. And then the time before that, I believe someone reminded me that they'd gone to a water park.
No. Okay. I don't think that's.
You mean like going out like in real life? And
I think, getting beyond the bottom step and up and down the sidewalk 100 feet direction or the other. Literally that far. I think it's been a while.
Yeah.
I think Des just does everything.
Well, or a lot of things are brought to the door by the wonderful state of Rhode Island and all the community. What else you got for us, Susie Q?
Yeah.
What you got over there?
So tonight, he was not happy because nobody donated, but I don't know if did you guys listen? He was really happy before that because
I didn't hear any of the show tonight. Is this in Act 3?
Yeah. And he was real happy that whoever donated his food, I think he said it was a Mexican, donated his food, donated it to his door. And so that was what we heard.
Oh, that was
the white, bald-headed fat guy. The one in Florida got no pussy. I don't. Is he drunk? How Royce and Marsh could crush you with their combined body? Combined? And crush me with their arm weight. I had my wrist broken twice from backyard wrestling back in the day. My fat friend fell on it. Then 6 months later, my not fat friend fell on it. That's why, if you look at this thing, you see how this bone on it, right? And I had to wear a cast within a year twice. He's gonna donate. I gotta go buy Stay Black like a chick.
All right. It was tonight was schizophrenic because I'm telling you, he was so happy with himself. He was like, I gave this guy $20, blah, 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 blah. And then it went into like what we heard, which was like he was not happy at all with whatever he was talking about. And
he told me that wrist broken story once when I called in. He said, "You see this bone in my hand?" And I go, "Yep." He goes, "I don't have a bone there." I was like, "What?" You pointed at something and said it's not there. That's not the first time I've heard that story.
Are you serious?
Yeah, no, he did recycle some anecdotal stories from the past, but yeah, it can be kind of abrupt, his ending these days. They're not always with a signature sign-off fun stories. It'll just be like, y'all didn't donate, and whether we had or not, or anybody has or not, and then I am out of here. Boom. Heartless, cold.
All right, well, guys.
I like some of the sign-offs is, you guys didn't donate, kill yourself. Bye.
Yep. In a clip we played earlier, he told me to go kill myself. I enjoy that he said he's not going to be like those other kind of people that just get by on donations from the same color of people. And I was just like, where are we going with this? He'll never be like that. He lives in a great land of creativity. Actually, what he's talking about is his daily react videos, which get a lot of hits. I've always contended he has a talent in that, besides the gift of gab and the gift for visual entertainment.
You know what? I was thinking about adding, maybe one of you guys suggested it. I think it was Qwerty. Qwerty suggested, sorry, Qwerty, that we talk about his react videos, right, Qwerty? You did say that?
Yeah, some of his videos that he uploads throughout the day. That when you call in, that's what he would talk about. Kind of comment on
I've
those.
always said that. Actually, when I've called in to talk about those react videos, and he simply won't. I don't know why. He keeps two separate worlds.
All right, so since we all want to do that, then we'll go ahead and start doing that. But I was looking at news stories today, and I saw one. I figured we could talk about a couple, kind of just like he does.
We're going to do Susie Q's news?
Yes.
Susie Q's news.
All right. It's time for news.
Would you like to sing a tune?
So here we go. Apparently, Chuck D made some comments. Chuck D's comments about R. Kelly verdict.
Public Enemy?
Yes. Sparks controversy. And so it turns out here that a day after R. Kelly was convicted on all counts on his racketeering and sex trafficking case, Chuck D speaking out about the potential prison time for the R&B singer. And so he took to Twitter and let's see here. I'm going to read the tweet itself. Abused in his youth, an addict as an adult, Ike Turner served 18 months in prison. Rick James did similar time. Ike came out a changed, positive human being. How long should R. Kelly spend in prison? And does a U.S. system give a man a chance for a man to change his world around? And he subtweeted that. It's not a sympathetic question at all. Not the least. Let's just say people were not happy about it. Even Jameel Hill said, considering how long it took for his victims to receive justice and the public scorn they've received for decades, isn't a little too soon to be talking about possible redemption. I don't care about R. Kelly's redemption. I care that the survivors finally receive our support. And I think we are all in agreement there.
Chuck D might understand that we have a process that determines how many charges you get and how much time you do for each one. It's not just how much time should it take for him to rehabilitate himself. We have to break it down in actual legal ways. You just don't go, well, Rick James did 18 months for kidnapping someone and burning cigarettes into their arms. So how much worse could R. Kelly be? It's not a relative fucking thing, Chuck.
Qwerty?
Yeah, I mean, I'm actually, I don't even know how to feel about R. Kelly's situation. 'Cause I used to, I like some of his music. I don't know if you guys do. It's just,
I
Oh yeah, the
it's just,
remixed edition.
yeah.
absolutely, and
And then like
that's all I
But
could
should
think about when I
would
read.
that really skew the way we feel about his incarceration or removal from society? You got to get this guy off the streets. He seems to be
yeah,
always able to find a concubine that will stay kidnapped and pissed on, and he just has a
yeah,
way of like enticing these people like a cult leader.
yeah. And for some reason, like in the mid 2000s, we all made light of it. Like there was Dave Chappelle doing a bit
Yeah,
about that, and I don't know. Then all of a sudden we got
it was
serious
like an
about it. So
open
I don't know what.
secret or something. Ha ha! He
Yeah,
commits felonies and pisses on kidnapped people. Ha ha ha!
yeah, yeah. We used to laugh about it. Now all of a sudden it's serious.
Yeah.
That is all I could think about when I was reading this. I was like, how soon? I mean, are these people still listening to his music? I mean, I would think that
Yeah,
because
how long does
it's so
the
gross.
shine last? How
I
that's a
think that
good
it's so
question.
Yeah.
gross. You just kind of automatically know not to listen to it, and so the shunning has begun. And so
Oh,
let's let this guy kind of go through the process, and then think about whether or not, in 50 years he should get out of jail or not.
well, I think they had to remove him from society because he has this unique skill to commit crimes against people and they can't stop. So I think it was time to get him off the streets.
Yeah.
I think he's a little bit more risky than Roger
Yeah.
Stone to the community.
Yeah.
Speaking of these the clashes of who belongs where, Ted Cruz challenges AOC to quote unquote cry in front of the Biden cages as border crisis rages. What the hell? These ads, you guys. Sorry about that. Let me shut this off. What the hell?
Just mute it. There you go.
Thank you. Sorry. Ay, Dios mío. All
We
right.
gave you a little bit of Tripoli and Callan there. Brian. That's what it's like when we sound. Go on. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Continue, please.
Scott, get in here.
So Cruz challenged Biden, Harris, and Psaki to travel to the border cages, right? Republican Senator Ted Cruz of Texas, in a phone interview with Fox News, Senator ripped into President Biden's handling of the border. Did you guys know that we have a border crisis?
I heard something about that somewhere. Not on the news. I don't know. In the ether.
I think it's Texas Sheila
Yeah.
Jackson said that everything is good. Everything is hunky dory. But, they were up in arms about whips, right? Reins.
And he's really going to demand she get there? Like, what's the accountability? This is what I kind of pissed off about is the theatrics. Now, whether Cruz is right or not, and she's an idiot or a hypocrite, doesn't really matter. I don't care about the fucking theatrics of whether these people are somewhere or aren't. It do something about the problem. And I feel like a lot of Ted Cruz is a lot of that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's a lot of. I mean, I remember seeing him there a few weeks ago, and then silence, nothing going on. More Haitians pouring in. It was a bigger mess. Then and then he's back out there again. He said, "I challenge every one of them. I challenge Biden. I challenge Harris. I challenge AOC, who famously had a picture of her pretending to cry in front of a cage with children." Cruz said, "Come down to the Biden cages now, which are bigger and more full."
Agreed. It's worse than ever, and she's obviously a hypocrite. But I thought he was going to say he wanted to debate her.
No, come on.
Doesn't he always want to debate?
That has never panned out.
Doesn't he always want to debate everyone?
Yes, he does, and Margie Taylor Greene, and I love.
He's the unique. He's the unique of politicians. He wants to debate everybody. You want to debate me live? You want to debate me live, AOC?
Yeah, it's just a bunch of lip service, no real action. Yeah.
And that's what I fear. At least half of Ted Cruz is, even if the other half is completely right. I mean, it's just theatrics.
The one thing I agree with that Greta Thunberg, whatever her name is, she said everyone's just all talk, no one acts, and so
from the mouths of babes.
yeah, some of us have woken up, but a lot of us still think the wrestling is real in
Right.
terms of
Exactly.
politics.
It's just, it's like they're doing a dance to distract us, and we're all, paying the price.
Hmm.
Well, I
Yeah,
love those two stories. I think they worked. They could be
yeah,
part of the show. How fluid. I liked it. Have you
Thank
always wanted
absolutely.
to
Yeah.
do
you,
Robin's
thank you
news
guys.
after years of listening? Have you always
No,
wanted to pull out a
it,
couple stories?
yeah, it is, and
Yeah.
so I'll get better at it. Obviously, it's not that big a deal, but it's a lot of fun. Talking about the news, I missed
Yeah.
it on the Howard Stern show when I
Always
did
the
it
best.
last
I used
year.
to I used
Yeah,
to on cassette tape it in college. That's how old I am. It was
God,
just
Yeah.
right when it would start, when that news would that the music would start. It was like Pavlov's dog. It would get so happy.
Yeah. A lot of the times, this is the best part of the show.
Oh, absolutely. It always delivered, even if the other part, the rest of the show wasn't really good. It was just always solid and consistent. It was too easy. It's just the best setup. All right,
absolutely.
and we'll
I,
get
Yeah.
better and funnier at it. That one thing that Kyle yelled at me, "You're not funny." Okay, so that was
all
that
right, you
was
guys. I think
episode
we
20.
said it all. Oh, you know what? I'm so sorry. Two Master brought up that there was a problem on with Howard Stern today. Did you guys listen to it at all?
I know what he's talking about. He's
Um,
talking about the Mick Jagger interview, which came on at about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. He's been building up for a week now, but really been building up for a couple years. And there
yeah,
was an incident that was absolutely stunning for the amount of resources and how Howard's supposed to be. He opens up basically about to get into the interview, and he is talking, and out of nowhere, and he can't hear it. An ad for it's
Bald headed fat.
sorry.
Wish Coffee, Death Wish Coffee comes
Mhm.
on. Death Wish Coffee. He can't hear it, and he's rambling, and he's a blah 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 blah, and you're trying to figure out in your mind. I only actually heard Monique do this on an emergency broadcast, and the funniest part of it is when the commercial ends. Finally, you could hear him talking again. You hear him go, "I've been doing this for years." And I'm like, well, maybe you could not have a commercial running over your setup. Oh, he's just awful. I just hate him. He's so old and awful and awful. I know exactly, and it's the after supposedly waiting for years,
Yeah.
it's just embarrassing. I didn't listen to a second of the actual interview. A
Two Master,
70-year-old.
I'll put the link in the Discord because I've got that clip. I just don't have it on my laptop.
Oh,
You
one
have
last
what-
thing.
You
Yeah.
have what Cup talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, I'd love to hear that.
All right. Cool.
Come into the Discord. She'll put it in there. That's another reason. And our Discord is Robin's News and Disgruntled Stern fans, but you can find us by our names.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was there anything else, you guys?
No, that was episode 20, Act 3. We got into more stuff we wanted to talk about on Act 3, and I got to talk more about that call, which I really enjoyed. But that was fun. That was fun tonight going over that. We'll have all new clips for you. There's actually stuff we didn't get to tonight for next week.
Yes.
That sounds great. Yeah.
And so, thank you everybody for joining us.
Thank you. Come visit us in the Discord. We'll come chat.
That's all, folks. Yeah. Come on to the Discord. We'll chat it up in there.
Yep. See you guys soon.
Yeah. See you.
Good night,
Bye.
y'all.
Settings.